about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Murray. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Murray now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And they're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Throwing on first down is Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hartman. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The numbers from McBride a week ago. 9 catches, 118 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Shotgun now from Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on fourth down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. To the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Niners at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 33 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 30 on second down, Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It returns it right back to Samuel. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him. That's
touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first. before they swung him out of there, and you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hartman. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. First down, Murray. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. Murray now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Murray to air it out again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Murray now on first down. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. 3 touchdown passes there for Trevor Lawrence. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Loss. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second and 5. Rolling to his right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Murray going to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Murray's got to have this one. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Deebo Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Complete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
He'll look to throw. cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 14. To throw is Murray. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now Murray again. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this.
Touchdown, 49ers! Jalen Waddle, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing now is Murray. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. 20, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down Cardinals. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Murray now. Forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. Runs through the contact. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 4 yards remain for second down. Operating from the gun. Murray, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, but by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Arizona, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis,
you gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. I come out the booth, then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the